His children. That He will give you the strength and the sisters. But you know what? I want to give you a little warning. You see, the devil is going to try and get you to forget that. He's going to try to tell you that there's no solution for your situation. But I want to tell you there is. I want to tell you there's a solution for your situation. Revelation 13 and verse 8, it says, all who dwell on the earth will worship Him. Those whose names have not been written in the book of life, of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. Notice, the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. The solution to your problem, the solution to your situation is the Lamb that was slain from the foundation of the world. You see, some of us are right now, as we are sitting here listening to this, here or online, we're barely making it through. We're hanging on by a thread. We're tore up, we're beat up. And it's looking like the situation is just dark. And sometimes, at insult to injury, we come to church to reach out to a friend and they say this, well, the Lord never puts more on you than you can handle. That is one of the most out of context nonsense that Christians can say. When people say that, I usually just want to just be like, I've discovered it's not that God won't give me more than I can handle, but God will help me handle everything that I've been giving. He didn't promise an easy life once you became a Christian. It ain't gonna be easy, but you're gonna get through it. And another thing that we all love to say is all things work together for good to those that love the Lord. And suddenly you start thinking, well, what's wrong with me? Am I spiritually weak? Am I worse off than everybody else? We become victims of the accuser. We get an emotional roller coaster. We're up, we're down, no control, no end in sight. We think the light that we see at the end of the tunnel is a train about to hit us. Well, brothers and sisters, welcome to Revelation's roller coaster. Because tonight, the seven churches is a prophecy that reflects the journey of Christians down through the ages. The roller coaster didn't just start when you became a Christian. It's been going on for a long time. It started when the church started, and it's not over until Jesus returns. The seven churches of Revelation's roller coaster represent 7 time periods of history. Here we have the churches, and here we have the time periods. Ephesus, Smyrna, Pergamos, Thyatira, Sardis, and Laodicea. But this goes even deeper than this, brothers and sisters. Not only does it represent 7 phases of church history, it represents 7 phases that we all go through in life. Not only is the history of Christianity a roller coaster, but so is the Christian life a roller coaster. Every person in this room and everyone watching online has been up, and we've been down. We've ascended, we've descended. We've all progressed, we've all regressed. We've all been on the mountaintops, and we've all been in the valley. And I want to tell you this, brothers and sisters. I want to leave you a word with this, that God is the same in the valley as He is in the mountaintop. Roller coasters can scare you to death. Times when we feel trapped, hopeless and helpless. And what do? We start to question God's love for us. We begin to seek inferior solutions to our situations. We forget about the day when we first fell in love. Do you remember when you first fell in love with Jesus? Remember when you first fell in love going to church? That whenever the doors were open, you were there? When you used to love to come to prayer meeting, when you used to have personal prayer time and just love Bible story, and maybe even you love seeing that person at church that just got on your nerves. But then somehow, in some way, the devil just punched you in the gut, knocked the breath out of you, and you got off the silver cloud, and suddenly you find yourself that you don't love the church so much as you used to. You stop spending so much time in prayer, so much time in Bible study. You stop going to a lot of things that the church has. And come to think about it, that person that you love to see that got on your nerves, you avoid them now. Brothers and sisters, welcome to Ephesus. Welcome to Ephesus. You're doing all right, but the flames are going out. Maybe your prayer didn't get answered. Maybe someone said something that hurt your feelings. Maybe even the pastor said something you didn't like. Or maybe you took it personal that he just walked by you without saying hello. You see, the devil, what he's doing is he's trying to undermine your blessed assurance. And in Revelation 2 and 3, it says, I know your works, your toil and your patient endurance, and how you cannot bear with those who are evil, but have tested those who call themselves apostles and are not, but they found them to be false. I know you are enduring patiently and bearing up for my name's sake, and you have not grown weary. Sounds pretty good to me. How about you? But there's one flaw. One flaw with the Ephesus church: losing your love. Losing your first love. The situation at Ephesus represents all of Christianity during this time period. A period characterized by love and faithfulness. The Holy Spirit did more in the first century of Christianity than any other. But by the time John wrote this book of Revelation, the church had begun losing the fire of its first love. They began departing from the simplicity and purity of the gospel. Ephesus had become legalistically and loveless. The